Hey, hi. So I just wanted to share some time with you. First of all, how freaking cute are these? Every high tanner needs a pair. But I just wanted to share some time with you. I'm actually out here in the outdoor area today. I'm going to be working on a couple of little pieces that I have, but I wanted to show you some of the stuff that I actually work with, where I come across these pieces, and then what I do with them. So one of which is gay. I get a lot of tails. I get a lot of tails because of roadkill. So obviously, okay, so I'll tell you where this guy came from. First of all, my mom and I were actually out. We were just taking a drive. It was a beautiful day, and we stopped at this roadside area because the backdrop was absolutely stunning. It was beautiful. It's just mountains. It was so pretty. This state's so pretty. But we stopped, and we're walking up to our spot where we want to take our pictures, and we almost trip over this dead fox. Well, he had been hit, and someone had done him, a sweet gesture and placed him. You could tell he had been placed on the side of the road. So his hide, because I know that's what some people are thinking is, why didn't you get the pelt? Honestly, if I don't see it happen, or I don't know where it's coming from and know how it was processed prior, you really shouldn't just take a hide just because the animal got hit and it still has its fur intact. You really shouldn't take that and think that you're going to tan that and have a beautiful hide or pelt. What happens is bacteria sets in after, what really is kind of a short period of time. You really want to take that hide, the sooner the better. The fresher the better. But bacteria will set in, and then it just creates slippage, and then your hair starts falling out, and it's just not going to be a good quality tan. You'll get patchy spots, and it's my name on it. So unless I know exactly when it happened or who it came from, and I know that these people that are out there in these different states for me, collecting pieces and whatnot, they know how to process. They know how I like things processed prior to me grabbing them. So unless it's something of that nature, or I saw it get hit, then I would probably skin it and try to salvage the hide. But off of this specific animal, when he got hit, for one, he was a little too buggered up from getting hit that I couldn't salvage the hide anyway, but I was able to salvage the tail. So real quick, what happens is with the tail, any tail, they're all the same. You split the tail all the way down, and you pull out all these vertebrae. So after all these bones, they just come right on out too. It's pretty amazing. After you pull them out and you open this up, then all you've got left, once you've got all that, anything meat, anything that could go rancid, once you've got all that pulled out of there, skinned out of there, you're left with this beautiful skin and fur. And then for tails, small tails like this, I just use salt. So salt will preserve, and it will keep it in a pliable state enough to where you can work it. As thin and small as this is, I could work this very easily and have a very soft tail in no time at all. So women like these. I sell a lot of these tails. When I do get them, they don't stick around long. Women like to put them on their hips, on their booties, at the Renaissance fairs, at the Viking shows that I do. I personally have a very large one that is a blue fox that is part of my garb as well. It just hangs off of my money pouch. But anyhow, that's that. So I will go for feet, for skulls, always. For tails, I like the bits and baubles and pieces that people don't normally like or consider even using. So I will make art out of everything. And again, it's just one more way to honor this animal. And look at this tail. This is a beautiful winter tail. It's very sad that this animal met his end the way he did, but he was honored, and I did say a little prayer for him. Speaking of which, I do that over everything that I make. Every piece, every animal, every body, and even the apothecary side of Island Girl Hides. I do make some teas and some tinctures and salves, and I do say a little prayer over those as well. So this is personal for me. Brings me to my next piece. Armadillo. This is an armadillo tail. Again, the gloves and proper sanitizing is crucial. These guys can carry leprosy. Yes, Mom, I know. I took the proper precautions. But you've got to be careful when handling things like this. a lot of animals carry some creepy crawlies that you don't want to get. So always wear gloves, always be clean, always sanitize properly. If you don't know what you're doing, don't touch it. And if you don't know what it is, you know, just stay away from it is the best advice I have. But I found this guy here locally in Tennessee. They are moving north. I did find one. I was traveling back from a show in last year before last. I was traveling back from a Renaissance show in northern Indiana. And I was on my way back here to Tennessee, and I got an armadillo body off of the interstate on 75 in Kentucky. These guys are moving north, but this guy was just found here, right here in town where I live. So, you know, you do want to sanitize. I cannot express this enough, especially with armadillo. Sanitize properly. This guy has been treated and processed. He's ready for me to turn him into jewelry. Now, I have already had 2 of these in the past. I've turned them into necklaces. One is in Australia and one is in South Carolina. But they're just beautiful. The detail on them is absolutely gorgeous. And this guy is actually ready for me to start drilling holes through to pop leather into. And then we're going to get probably some gemstones and some beautiful bits on there and turn this guy into a necklace. But they always make beautiful jewelry. I know it's not conventional, but nothing about me is. So so I found this in town. I carry in my vehicle what I call my roadkill kit. If I ever get pulled over, I've got some splaining to do, but my roadkill kit consists of a very large knife, contractor bags, because, you know, everybody always has something for me, like giant deer hides, and I don't want to carry those back in my car without, you know, proper baggage. But I also have some rope. I keep some stuff in my car all the time, but yeah, I have been known to see roadkill get out of the car and start just hacking things up. And this just happened to be at the 4-way stop, the busiest stop sign here in town. But anyway, it's going to make beautiful jewelry, and I'm honoring this little guy. That's this. Then I have crow feet. I've got quite a few of these. These guys are still in process. They are about ready now. I deal with specific people. I've said this a bunch of times. I know these folks, and I know how they've honored the animals as well. I know how these animals were taken, and that's the only way I will deal with them. But Jenny Breedy of Fractured Fairy Tale, she does phenomenal bone work. But she and I trade things back and forth sometimes. She's wonderful. I highly suggest you check out Fractured Fairy Tale. But as soon as that's where I get some of my bits and pieces. Again, we trade back and forth quite a bit. Love her to pieces. But the feathers, as soon as this guy is complete, it's finished, it's ready. I just need to clean it up. I need to get these feathers processed, you know, perfectly, lay them down and make it. This is probably going to be jewelry again. I have sold so many crow feet necklaces, I can't even tell you. But I now have a few more. I can't usually keep them when I have them, but now I've got a few more handfuls of feet here, and I'm going to go ahead and start making some jewelry out of these too. So that's that as far as my funky bits are concerned as of right now. They're just kind of in process here, there, and everywhere. I've got heads hanging in some of the trees. I've got various bones and skulls in different stages here on the property. I can't imagine what this looks like to most people when they come up to see me. I've got all these hides in process. You know, but I'm bringing you things, and I want to keep you a part of this, and I've got so much to do. But I'm gonna get to making some jewelry. I'll probably film a little bit more of that, but I really wanted to share with you some of my odds and ends pieces, and I will see you again soon. Thank you so much.